Hey, everybody out there, internet land, welcome back to the Shake Up, guys. We are back live doing the damn thing. Saying what's up to my folks. Got the world's greatest misogynist and the rated R superstar, as always. And my main man, Mr. Rock, is in the building. And I'm your dude, Duck. What's going on with y'all out there? Yeah, as you can see, nobody came up with that 10 G, so my man ain't painted up like a cat today. That's cool.
I'll do it. It's still on the line.
Still on the table.
Still on the table.
It's dark now.
It's fine. It's fine.
Still on the table.
Still on the table. All right, cool. Well, just put it back out there for people who didn't see the last episode. Rock has agreed to dress up to be body painted like a tiger
Yeah.
and drink milk out of a bowl with a leash around his neck
10 racks.
if we come up with 10 racks.
I don't know how we're gonna come up with this 10 racks, but
Also, you said he'd do it for 1,000. So
I actually said 5, but
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
For 5.
you do
Right.
it for 1,000.
Yeah.
I'm pricing this shit out the game. I told you to do it for 1,000, which I'm so tempted to do.
1,000.
I'm so tempted to pay the nigga just to do it.
Yo.
$1,000
If somebody wants to know,
$1,000.
If they say, hey, we'll cash app it, let us know and we'll set up a cash app. And yeah, we'll get that shit cracking. Real shit.
Well,
I just want to first of all say fuck Corona.
you feeling that bad about it?
So that yesterday they just announced that one of our festivals in our hometown, our biggest festival that we have, has been canceled. So that means no Sadi Bobs, no lemon shake-ups, no elephant ears, and it pisses me off. I personally believe if we would have just stayed quarantined a little bit longer here, then maybe, in July when that is, we would have had a better chance of having it. But they wanted to open up shit early. We just had 40 new cases yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, 40 brand new cases yesterday.
Oh well.
And so it's just like, fuck, man. This
Yeah.
shit's really starting to fucking irk me.
It makes sense, and I agree with you totally.
It makes sense. I get it.
they
I
tried
know
to-
why they do it.
Yeah,
But,
and I agree with you wholeheartedly. They tried to reopen everything as of Monday of last week.
yeah.
Everything went to shit in a week, in less than a week. I'm sorry, in 6 days. They've had 40 new cases in 6 days. I went to one of my restaurants, ordered food, takeout, and I'm in there. I'm like, oh, you guys are open. I didn't even realize they were open. I just thought they were
Carry out,
carried out
yeah.
only, like we've been doing since quarantine started. And it's people just dining in there, having a good time, high fiving, and I'm like, I understand. I've been trapped in the house for
Right.
2 months, so I understand completely. I understand what they're going through, but at the same time,
Be smart.
don't rush the shit. Don't put your health at risk just because you want to interact with some people. I want to see some people.
Yeah.
I want to see some bitches. I want to get out here and mingle a little bit. But
Right.
Jesus, I don't want to die
Right.
at the same time. So,
And it's not, of course I don't want to die, but I don't want my fucking festivals fucked up. I swear to God, if they touch football, I might burn this
I'm
motherfucker
burn
down.
the whole thing down.
I might burn it down,
You're a
bro.
domestic terrorist.
I'm just saying. Like, don't fuck with you. Fucking with shit. And so make sure. My cruise is in November. You know?
They already messed up
It's,
2 of my vacations.
I know. I've been looking for cruises for next year.
You might want to get your money back on that one,
I was
Pimp.
paid off.
No, I said you might want to get your money back.
No, they just pushed
But
it a year
no,
back.
I'll get. So if they do cancel it, it actually will work out in my benefit because they always give you extra shit
Yeah, they do.
for when you know. But it's the point is I want to go when I want to go.
Right. I don't want to
You
wait
know what I
till
mean?
or try to reschedule or try to
Exactly.
find another package.
Right.
Nah, you just want to go.
I just
You've been
wanna
looking
go.
forward to
I'm
it.
looking forward to shit since fucking February.
At the same time, you don't want to die.
And I don't want to die either. So I think we just opened this shit up too early, man. It's just pissing me off, man. Fuck around. That's all I wanted to say.
We got somebody in the chat room already. She said she can't really hear. Sound is low, I guess.
Are you talking into the mics, guys?
The mic's right in front of our face, so
Well, that isn't, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I do not know.
We'll try to speak up for you a little bit, young lady in the chat room.
It's the wife.
I know. I'm just trying to be
What's up, babe?
courteous. Anyway,
Wow.
got a current event for y'all. I want y'all opinion on this before I went on the world's greatest misogynist channel and just started talking shit. But I wanted y'all opinion. There was a young lady. She's on one of these dating apps, and it went viral because of what she wrote. What she wrote in her profile was that don't expect to date me unless you're willing to pay for my babysitter and get to go plates for my children.
To go plates.
Yeah, she said, don't expect to date me unless you're willing. You got to cover my babysitter and get food for my kids. This motherfucker said, ain't nobody want to hear y'all anyway. So her dating profile went viral because of that.
Yeah, hold on a second. Little testicle difficulties and
Okay.
silence yourself, boy.
We'll entertain ourselves.
Quick fix.
Okay. Let me know when we're back in business.
We good.
All right. So her dating profile went viral because of this, and people who have been clowning her online, saying, "How dare you?" She doubled down on it though. She didn't stop there. She doubled down, and she said her request was reasonable, and she feels like neither her nor her baby daddy should be inconvenienced or have to come out of pocket because you, being a man, choose to date her. And I wanted to chime in on this so bad, but I'm like, I'm just gonna end up getting kicked off Twitter again if I do.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just got back on Twitter, so I was like, man, I'm gonna hold my peace on this one.
Right.
But they went in on her, and I was so proud of people in Twitter land. I'm so proud of you because they went in on her. They tried to explain to her how entitled she was. They called her dumb as fuck. They told her she was gonna die alone. It was just absolutely insane and ridiculous how
I don't understand what's the thought process of me paying your babysitter. Don't you want to date me? If I ask someone on a date and you say yes, that means you want to go on a date,
Right.
right?
It means 50-50.
I mean, as far as interest goes,
Right. It's what I'm saying. Interest.
Yeah. So why am I paying for your? I didn't.
I don't make these little motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying?
Say
That's
it,
all I'm
say
saying.
it. I didn't make these little bastards. Well, I gotta pay for them.
I think that goes without saying. Obviously, I didn't make them. That's why, that's the issue of a babysitter. If, what I'm saying, if we made them together, then we just would have been like, okay, so
Get a
getting
babysitter
for this weekend or what, But I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm tired. I'm tired of this, like,
Entitlement?
This, the reason why, like, we started doing this show was to open up dialogue. But I'm starting to realize people don't want dialogue. They just want to bitch and complain. Like this lady. She thinks she's so bad that people should basically bend over backwards
To appease her.
to appease her. You know what I'm saying? How about this? How about we just accept the fact that if you got some other dude's kids, it's over for you.
Facts.
Sorry. It's over for you. You should date only people who have kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have any children, then you shouldn't bother with her. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
You are a springboard now. Okay? You are practice
Oh, yeah.
for the people that I really like.
A stepping stone chick.
You know what I'm saying? You are practice for a girl that I really care about.
Yeah. Now,
That sounds
I personally think, you know what I'm saying, when you dating somebody, a date is trying to get to know somebody if you're going to be compatible in life with this person, if you want to go ahead and continue to further seeing this person, especially the first date, which I don't know you, I don't know your kids.
Right.
How am I going to... First of all, I'm not even really supposed to be entitled. This is just some friendship shit. I'm not entitled to pay for everything altogether on a first date.
Right.
That's just what a gentleman does.
Right.
Now, when you come to expecting shit, the gentleman leaves out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And bitch, now what? Oh, so I'm going to pay for your kids is going to get a take home? What's going to be cold because you're coming back to my house and fucking. If I'm paying your kids some shit.
Right.
So that's fine, okay, but just know this is some extra shit. So extra shit comes with extra shit.
Well, my thing is like, you talking about babysitter, right?
Right.
Who am I paying? Your mom?
Right, your sister.
Is that who watches your kids on
Your baby
regularly
daddy?
anyway?
Right.
Well, the way he described it was, the way he described it earlier was, you're supposed to even compensate the baby's daddy.
Yeah, that basically is what she got at. And I'm sorry, I just turned on Facebook Live, so I'm trying to bring the people up to date really quick. For the people in Facebook land who are just getting here, we're talking about a young lady who went viral because of her dating profile. And she said that if you expect to date her, then you should be obligated to cover the cost of her babysitter as well as her as well as buy meals for her children after the date.
I got to say this out.
Go for it.
So my wife says in the chat room that I paid for her gas on the first date, which is correct. But she didn't ask me. That's sometimes a gentleman would do shit just to do shit. You know, I'm just trying to show you what kind of man I am, that, you know, I'm a provider. But she didn't be like, in order for us to go out into this date, you're going to have to pay my gas. Because I love you, but there probably wouldn't have been no second date, baby. So, thank God you weren't like that, you know, and it was cool. But yeah,
it all worked out.
Right.
It all worked out. You know, no, I'm not. You don't expect extra shit. Like, demand extra. And she demanded it. Demanded it.
Right.
You're going to pay my babysitter? You're going to have to give my... Excuse me?
That was her dating profile. That's what she wrote. Now, here's my take on it. To me, it comes across like one giant shit test. It comes across like she's trying to see what I can get away with right here, right now. She wants to see what I can make some sucker dude do for me now. If I can get him to pay for my babysitter now, I'm going to get everything later. I'm going to have him paying my rent. I'm going to have him buying my kids' clothes. I'm going to have him doing this. I'm going to have him doing that. It comes across like a giant shit test. Like she just wants to see, you're not looking for a man. You're looking for a sucker. Yeah. And this is a sucker test.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Like that's exactly what it sounds like.
Sounds like, yeah.
In my opinion, it just comes across like you just want the biggest sucker you can find right now. So you're not on here. This dating app is pointless.
Right.
And furthermore, what kind of entitled narcissistic person has the balls to go on a dating app and say, basically be a provider to my kids that you've never met, don't know, probably will never be around? How bad do you think you are? Now, she's a cute girl. She's not nothing you fall over. She's not nothing you trip over. She doesn't even rise to the level of Instagram thought quality. She's just the average chick. You probably give her a second look, and that's it. But as soon as she starts talking and that attitude comes out, pass.
Yeah, pass.
So,
pass.
I guess since we can't change who she is, we have to put it on the dudes. And when situations like this occur, just freeze out. We just need to play freeze out with these people.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Leave them out in the cold, man.
Leave them out in the cold. Don't fall for it. But we all know simp niggas.
Some simp is gonna come along and say, "Okay, I'll pay for that babysitter."
But guess what? All the pain that he's gonna receive by being that simp motherfucker, he deserves it.
But he's gonna feel like that's a fair trade in exchange for getting to clap her cheeks.
That's what makes him a simp.
Exactly. Hard pass. That's what makes him a simp. Here's what I take away from it. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. A chick like this tells me you've been ran through. If you are now putting demands and stipulations on just a date, not a serious relationship, but just a first date, you're putting a demand like that where you got to provide you have to provide a babysitter and provide food at the end of the night for my kids. That tells me you've been ran through. That tells me everybody you know, or every dude that's come into your life has dropped a hard one in you and bounced. And now you're putting in stipulations because you're tired of getting ran through. That also tells me you're a bad decision maker. You got bad life choice skills. So now you want to get it out there.
I mean, she even took it as far as saying, like, you're putting her baby daddy out. Listen, I'm going to say this. When your baby's father has to watch his children, it's not babysitting.
It's his job.
Parenting.
It's his job. That's what he's supposed to do.
Or his kids. It's parenting.
It's just parenting.
They're just regular.
Did I give a birthday shout out?
Oh yeah, like, it's my man's birthday, man. What's up, bro?
Pistol
Pooh, happy soul day, fam.
Pistol Pooh himself.
What's going on, bro? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the legendary, the moderator, Pistol Pooh himself.
Get you a bottle of Don Julio and forget that Saturday ever happened.
Should a bottle of Don Julio and make another kid.
Get that mind eraser.
Big facts. Big facts. You ain't gonna remember nothing. You won't even remember making that kid.
Yeah. So shout out to my man Pooh. You had another thing you was talking about earlier too. Oh, you
Oh,
was,
so
yeah.
yeah. So back in the day, I saw this episode on Cops where this chick tried to basically hire a hitman to kill her husband. Well, last night on 2020, they had a 2020 about this said chick. It had to be the funniest shit I've ever seen. So basically, she goes and her exact words, she's talking to this dude who's an undercover cop, by the way, about killing her husband. And she's like, I'm 5,000% sure. Blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-whoop. So they set up this whole elaborate thing where the police come out. They have a whole crime scene. They got the tape off. They call her from the gym, and they're like, we need you to come home right away. And they're like, she's like, what happened? You know, and they're like, your husband's dead. And she's like, oh, the tears just start coming down. So then they take her back to the interrogation room. And they're questioning her and, you know, asking all these questions. They even bring in the hitman. They're like, do you know this man? She's like, no, I've never seen him. And then
The undercover cop she solicited to kill. Yeah.
Solicited.
Yeah,
So
I
then
saw that.
after that, the cop's like, you know what? We're done playing games.
Yeah, we're done with this whole
That's the
charade.
undercover cop. And she keeps saying, I've done nothing. They're like, we have you on tape. We have the video evidence. He's undercover cop. I've done nothing. And then here's the kicker. Oh, and by the way, your husband's not dead.
Yeah.
So then they bring him to the door of the interrogation room, and she's like, come here. Come here. And so this motherfucker's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not about to come here. So then she's in jail, calls this motherfucker from jail,
Yeah, I
and
saw
says,
all this.
I need a lawyer to get me out. Can you please help? So you need me to get you a lawyer
For trying to kill
for
me.
trying to kill me to get you. Bitch, have you lost your rabbit ass mind?
Yes, she has. Dude, dude, first of all, stop trying to hire your hitman out of a magazine.
Facts.
Just, you probably would have better off just getting a divorce. You might have got some trinkets out of the deal,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And once they walked your husband, I mean, that was the sad part about it, was because she was still trying to play this I am a defenseless woman
Yeah.
card.
Right.
After you tried to hire someone to kill your husband so you could inherit his money.
Yeah.
And then call them crying, talking about, I'm not doing what they said. Bitch, they got you on tape.
On tape.
You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
So here's the funny part. So this is the part I didn't show on the Cops episode, but it showed on 2020. So her defense, this was her defense, right? Was that she was trying to get publicity for a reality show, and it was all a game. And her husband was in on it.
That
That's what
nobody
she
knew
says.
about.
Why would you, even the husband. Well, he wanted to be famous, so I figured we would do this. And the husband's like, bitch, what? No.
Who cares about being famous when you paid?
Right. No.
I mean, I guess some people might, but
This
if I'm
is not what
paid,
it
I don't
was.
care about anybody knowing who I am.
Bro, it was just the biggest shit show. And like, and
Yeah, I
then
saw
she
that
got a rebuttal for, like, I think she might be out.
Jesus Christ.
I don't
Like, it's just crazy.
And yet
bro.
the Tiger King is still locked up. She out, but the Tiger King
But
is
the
still.
Tiger King is still locked up.
Man.
This world, man, it just goes to show you, man, it's fucked
The
up.
Tiger King probably having a field day though. He's gay, so he probably let him. Now,
Yeah, but I think he was used to being
the
dominant.
the
Yeah.
pounder, not the poundee.
I don't think it's going down like that right now.
Here's my thing, and I didn't see this episode. And I didn't see this. I don't know anything about it.
You gotta
Damn.
watch it.
But yeah, so here's the only thing that bothers me. People, you want to kill your ex, okay, that happens. I can accept that. You want to deny it after the fact. Again, I can accept that. Aaron Hernandez killed a lot of people and denied it. My thing is that here's the problem, that the thing that sticks out with me, and this is the misogyny kicking in, is that you had the balls to call your husband from jail and ask for a lawyer
Right.
and say, I know I tried to kill you,
Right.
but can you help me out here
Right.
and let me not get the death penalty?
Call
That's the
my
only thing
mom.
that sticks out with me.
Call my mom.
That's the part that sticks with me.
That was crazy.
It's just the mentality of this chick.
It's that
man.
entitlement. That false sense of entitlement.
Just like how dare you? Like, even the dude was like, people were asking him, like when she called, why did he answer? He was like, I just had to see what this bitch had to say.
Say facts.
Like, I feel him on that. I'd be like, and then when she said it, his eyes was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, oh my God, the audacity.
I just want to point out that goes into today's topic. They were married, so you don't want nobody calling a hitman on you. Don't get married. And with that, Facebook, I'm going to shut you down. We're going to go into today's topic. Hey, Sheree, how you doing? If you want to see the rest of the show, we're discussing married life versus single life. If you want to weigh in on this, you can come over to YouTube. This guy here. You can come over to YouTube and come holler at us at The Shake Up Guys on YouTube. That's The Shake Up Guys on YouTube. And I'm going to shut you down right now. Bye. Anyway, y'all stupid.
Oh,
nah.
man.
So wait.
Oops,
Right here.
Forgot to turn that.
Well, I mean, I guess being you're single too. I guess I don't know how to describe the situation, but for me, it's pretty fucking quiet. Honestly, I kind of like it. I'll say this. There are small moments in my life where I'm like, I wish I had a girlfriend or wife or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then I see shit like that shit on 2020, and I'm like, thank God that I live in this bitch by myself. Because I don't make enough money to give a woman everything she wants. At the same time, my life insurance would probably be one hell of a come up. You know what I'm saying? So my life is in danger. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you gonna kill me over some money, and we already paid, and you pretty much got everything you want anyway. Like, what was the point? But
She don't want to walk.
I'd rather hear from you married dudes, man.
She don't want to walk away with $3 million. She want to walk away with $300 million.
I want to hear somebody convince me.
I mean,
Cause so far, damn.
You giving up already?
So
here's the thing.
far, it's like the juice has not been worth the squeeze.
Here's the thing.
Facts.
Here's the thing. I look at a lot of women, and I see a lot of women. There's a lot of grimy bitches out there. It's very hard for a man to. I just got lucky, bro.
You stay lucky.
I got lucky. You know what I'm saying? And like right around this time, I'm lucky too because here's the thing: we have the same interests. Like, we like the same TV shows. We like the same type of things. So it's not like she's wanting to fucking watch, some dumb shit, and I'm just like, oh my God, why we gotta watch this? She likes some dumb shit, and I like dumb shit,
right.
But we don't watch it. You
don't force each other.
We don't force each other
to
watch it. You know what I'm saying? And so there's times where I will say every relationship ain't perfect. There's times where maybe at the time I want to play a video game, but I respect her to where, all right, I'm not going to do this. I can hold off and wait and play my game later or something like that. Just like there's TV shows she knows I fucking can't stand, and so she probably wants to watch them at that time, but she'll wait. Right. So it's all about finding that companionship, and with the money thing, bro, we both grow each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're at a point now where we're comfortable. I was just telling Jay, man, I felt like, I'm trying to live that life. I got me a yard guy, got me a gutter guy. You know what I mean?
You straight, yeah, you straight right now.
I don't need to have all these, and that's another thing I love about her. She's not a big fancy thing person.
She's low maintenance.
She just like simple shit, bro. You give my wife some balloons, bro, she gonna love me for the rest of my life.
Some balloons?
It's a
bro,
balloon?
she loves balloons.
Are they filled with cocaine or just regular balloons?
No, actually, they feel okay. This is some real shit. I don't know if she's still watching. I got her some balloons for Valentine's Day, and people thought I was crazy because I paid for special air. I know. They're like, oh, it's just helium.
You mean helium?
No, bruh. Them motherfucking balloons just died a few days ago. One's still going from February. One's still going, still flying right now.
That's interesting.
In the house.
I wanna.
But it,
Since
ple-
February.
but
I
it
get it
pleases
because it's
her.
like,
But it pleases her.
and your situation is different than my experience dating, is because it just sounds to me like you married like a bestie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a super
Exactly.
good friend. You know?
Yeah.
Still one
So,
fuck.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. She's
that's
my
cool.
best. She's my bestie.
That's
you know,
cool.
we laugh at the silly shit and together. You know, and it's just she likes looking at certain things that I like looking at. You know,
That helps.
we have.
I like the
certain
innuendo.
agreements.
Yeah, I get
We
it.
have certain agreements. And it's a beautiful thing.
I get it.
You know, and so she's my best friend and my lover.
Bestie.
It just works out, and I know that's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's not a lot of women out there like my wife. Most of them ain't shit bitches.
Yeah, she seems like anytime I've ever been around
You know?
her, she's cool as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
You
what
know
I'm saying?
what I mean?
Like, you know.
She'll give the shirt off back to somebody. She uplifts when I'm going through something, and that's another thing. Like she knows, you know, with my sobriety, my recovery and shit. Even though that's not her world, I believe she might be drunk right now. I don't know. No, she doesn't happen all the
Hey,
time.
damn it, she earned it.
Right.
She said it's her birthday week, so
It
she's
is.
getting it
Her
in.
birthday's on the 22nd, and
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
Happy
you know.
pre-birthday, man.
And so, but she's just, I mean, she's just like my homie. But you know, we married. It's hard to find for y'all. I feel for y'all, cause I know, like I said,
Man, if y'all don't fuck off with
I'm
the
all
sensitive
right.
shit, if y'all don't kiss
I'm
my
cool.
dick,
hey,
I mean, I would like to experience that, but I'm not sacrificing my already established peace
right.
for the type of chick where we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Where you gotta pay for my babysitter and get my kids
Right.
a value meal or whatever. Like, bitch,
I don't care how fat your ass is,
I guess
or
I
how
am
good
if
your
I'm
head
dating a woman
is.
with kids, but that's whatever.
Don't do that shit.
The point is, congratulations. Good for you.
Now, it's my turn now.
Yeah, I
Because
was.
you got
That's
to go.
I wanted to go this way. Now we bring it back to my man over here. So
It's my turn now. We got the sappy shit out the way. We got the realistic shit out the way. Now I'm gonna give you the gospel, the ghetto gospel according to the world's greatest misogynist. Before I do that, I want to acknowledge Pooh in the chat room. He said two things. One, he want to be married, which that's cool. Most men do. He also said, "Where can I get them Coke balloons at, nigga? I can't help you. Not on the air, especially. You not getting me indicted on shit. I can't help you with no Coke balloons.
I didn't know they poured Coca-Cola in balloons, but whatever.
Right.
You,
That's some new shit to me.
look at me. You get me indicted, you gonna get Tekashi 6ix9ine out this motherfucker.
See this
I'm fucking
motherfucker
with
right
you,
here,
man.
dog.
I'm fucking with you. I only say that because
Damn.
he put that post up and he said, "Beware of cats who some Tekashi 6ix9ine," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's how you feel." So that was
right,
payback.
Wow.
Fuck y'all. Anyway, my turn now. Y'all can kiss my dick.
Oh, I've been waiting on this one.
My turn. I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been single. I've been married. I'm back to single now. I can tell you the truth. Marriage is a beautiful thing if you marry the right person.
Yep.
If you do your due diligence and you choose wisely, marriage is great, marriage is beautiful, marriage is fun. If you do not, if you fail to do so,
Oh yeah.
you will fuck your shit up. Here's why.
Most people.
If you don't get to know this person really, if you don't really know, make sure that you click on a deeper level other than you like fucking each other. You're in for a world of hurt when you realize that, shit, I'm tired of fucking this motherfucker. You're in for a world of shit. Happy birthday, Miss McDime. You're in for a world of shit. Also, if you don't like I said, due diligence, make sure that you, like he said, make sure you have similar interests.
Yeah.
Make sure you like the same things. Because if you
have
don't,
to.
if you like doing cocaine balloons and shit, but this motherfucker like going to church, that shit ain't gonna work.
Nah.
You gonna be trying to go to do cocaine balloons, she gonna be, let's go to church. Well, bitch, why don't we mix the shit? We'll do some cocaine and then we'll go to church. It don't work. It's not gonna mix.
No.
There are times also in that marriage where it's like, yes, I am ecstatic to have this person next to me just because it's not a safety net. It's just, I enjoy your company. Also, there are times where you're like, if you get hit by a bus, I would not be that upset. Like,
Wow.
when you just want out sometimes, you're like, I don't want you to get hit by a bus and die. Maybe just get hit by a bus and go into a coma for like 3-4 years. Let me do me.
Wow.
And then I want you to come back to life and everything go back to normal. There's also days where you're like, man, I hope you get hit by a bus while you're holding your baby, bitch. But it just depends. It's case by case basis. It's day by day. There are days where you absolutely cannot stand the sight of this motherfucker, and there's days where you can't stand to be away from this
I
motherfucker.
just want to come out and say, just interject this real quick. I didn't mean to interrupt, but he's not speaking about anyone in particular. Just so everyone knows.
No. I'm just talking about for all men from what I've gathered. And you can't sue me, motherfucker.
Oh, no, that's why I threw that out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That disclaimer, I should have put a fucking thing at the beginning of this. But the point is that there are days where you'll feel like, yes, I made the best decision on earth. And there are days where you be like, man, I wish I could build a time machine and go back and slap the shit out of myself. So it's just case by case basis. I've seen marriages where they hate everything about each other. And I'm like, why the fuck are y'all married?
Yeah.
And then I've seen marriages where they love everything. I saw one marriage where they shared a toothbrush. That's how closely committed they were.
What the hell?
See, that don't bother me. I'm like, you doing nasty shit to each other anyway. It's a toothbrush. How much grosser is that than licking her ass, motherfucker?
Yeah, just,
Whatever. Anyway,
But,
the point
yeah.
is,
I don't really think that's.
No,
I mean, it's not.
agree.
But the point I'm trying to make, I went a little left, not far left, a little left. The point I'm trying to make is that there's households, there's relationships, and there's ties that can bind you to a person for life. And there's shit that are complete deal breakers that you can't stand. Like, I can never date a chick who's a slob just because I have OCD. Everything has to be in its place. That shit would drive me up the wall.
See, I'm glad you said that because if anybody that goes into a relationship or even a marriage and thinking that shit's gonna be perfect, you're doomed to fail. You're gonna be failing hard. It's just like, for example, and you know, there are times where we get irritated at each other, and if anybody that thinks that that's not true, they're a fucking liar. So it's like she's OCD, and there's things that I do that annoy her, and she'll give me that look. And that in return annoys me because this is just who I am. So yeah, there's little small things where it's just like, because she hates the way when people eat, like if they make sounds or something. And me, I eat them crunchy ass cereals and I'm crunching away and she's just slowly at the corner of her eye looking at
Plotting
me.
your death, cuz.
She gonna ask me to hire a hitman for her pretty soon because this
And
motherfucker
then
is.
I'm realizing that she's looking at me, so I'm just trying to now eat quieter, and it's pissing me off because I'm trying to eat quiet. But those are like our things that annoy us. Thank God, because like I said, I've seen marriages where it's like, how the fuck, why? Why would you do this to yourself every day? Well, how have you not committed suicide right now? Like, seriously, I've seen people that are just horrible feeling in there. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't imagine that, And even growing up, I'll talk about it. Like my parents, I love my parents, but I was happy when they got divorced.
Just because
I
the
was
peace.
happy. It's the peace. It's like, why the fuck are y'all always arguing? Goddamn. And then my dad comes to me, he's like, well, he was sad and shit. And I'm like, I'm sad for you, buddy, but maybe y'all should have worked on some shit. But thank God y'all splitting up because, damn, marriage is not easy at all. It's not easy.
I think something else to be thrown out there is nobody sitting here expects anybody to be perfect.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's
but,
not realistic.
Yep.
I mean,
Exactly.
if you watch this show enough times, you probably know that we're not stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we know that nobody who's going to come in our life is going to be perfect. But, I think about the whole marriage thing, and I don't know anybody I would actually marry, though. That's the thing.
So
and that's good. I mean,
Sorry,
don't
whoever
just
takes offense to that,
and
but-
don't just rush up into it. You know what I'm saying? It took us. I hate when people get. When did you get married? Oh, we got married yesterday. How long y'all been together? 6 months. What the fuck? Like, are you serious?
right.
Like, some years need to be up in there.
I think age plays a factor, too.
That does
Like,
too.
I've known people who got married at, 19, and I was like, why?
Right.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know yourself at that point.
You
At
don't.
19,
You don't even know who you are at that point.
shit,
in
I
time.
was still changing at 30.
I mean, I guess that's because, back in the day, that was the norm. Shit, people back in 40s and 50s, 20s, they was getting married at 15, 16. You know what I mean? But as time went on, people started getting older because you realized, yeah, that shit wasn't working out.
Nah,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, I'm
So-
gonna go and make some of myself, so I got options.
Facts.
Right.
Does that play a fact? I'm gonna come back to that in a second, but I believe the more success you achieve plays a role in your marriage. If you can start at the bottom with somebody when you got nothing, and y'all slowly build and grow,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, you on top of the world.
Yeah.
Now you look a little more appealing to the
Yeah.
opposite sex, both of you.
Right.
Both the man and the woman, you look a little more appealing to the opposite sex. I believe that plays a factor. Also, going back on what you said, age. My dad always said when I was a kid, a man shouldn't even think about getting married till he's 28, 29 years old. And you should only be thinking.
Yeah.
Because you're still building yourself. I agree with what you said. You don't know who you are. You're still trying to figure out what the fuck you like. You don't like, if you like pistachio or strawberry ice cream, you don't know which one is which. I've been, like I said, I've been on both sides of the fence. I've seen both sides. There was a time actually during my marriage where I actually was considering faking my own death. And I'm not exaggerating. I even said this to her one time. I was like, I seriously want to fake my own death. I'll let you have the insurance money. And I'll just go to Mexico and start a whole new life.
Right.
I thought about it.
This motherfucker's
Nah,
leaving the country.
and
He's
it's
now
like-
named Ernesto Mendoza.
And it's like my wife said, man, we started at the bottom. We were both hard ass workers, you know what I'm saying? Both living in separate apartments, and you know, we both worked hard, came together. Now my wife owns her own fucking business. You know, I'm doing my shit. Like I said, nigga, we can hire that nigga to come cut the grass every other week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just beautiful. Not just the business, but we as each other build each other up. You know, my wife is, you know, she's just such an inspiration, and I love that chick. You know what I mean? And she makes me feel like a good man.
We can tell.
You know,
got,
fuck you.
you got the butterflies in your
Whatever,
tummy.
I do this nigga. Yeah.
You get warm and
But-
fuzzy.
but-
Fuck your happiness.
I knew this shit was gonna happen. As soon as I came to this shit, I knew this shit was gonna happen. I had already prepared myself.
No, honestly, I really am happy for
Yeah.
you. I wish everybody, well, not everybody. I wish fuck everybody else. I wish I could find that kind of happiness.
Right.
But
And
I'm
you will.
happy for you. No, I won't.
will.
I'm
You
an
will.
asshole, nigga. I ain't got time for this fuck shit.
Yeah.
I see one red flag. I'm out now.
You
That's the bad
conversated.
part.
You conversated about this numerous times. Do you feel like it's where we are?
What, in life? My station in life?
No,
Or-
not stationed in life. I mean,
Oh,
we're
the
not-
city?
We're not shitty people, but I'm saying like,
Oh, you talking about this city?
yeah,
Oh yeah, it's fucking trash here. Oh yeah.
as far as
Yeah.
dating is
To
It's
fi-
it's not a good pool.
no, it's
It's
trash
not a
here.
good pool.
And I can say that I can say it one because, like I said, I've traveled all over the country and abroad, and when I go to places, bigger markets that are better areas, especially for me down south, Birmingham,
you live in
Nashville,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, exactly, Birmingham, Nashville, Atlanta, something
no
like that.
offense to Atlanta.
I'm just saying, but that's
Oh yeah,
that's
but
where
if
you
you can
would, but-
stop from catching AIDS.
But, well, yeah. But I mean, that's the type of, you know.
Sorry about the motorcycle.
Sorry about that,
outside.
people.
Apparently,
It's my people.
warmed up out.
Yeah.
Right. Vroom, vroom.
But when I say you can go to larger markets in better areas and find better options, yeah. Here you are extremely slim pickings. You can't find a chick here that hasn't fucked at least 3 people you know.
Wow, that's putting it.
That is true.
It's period in plain right there.
That's true. See, my wife's not from here, so
There
that
you
could
go.
be another thing.
That's the other thing I
So,
tell people.
you're saying
You got to
I should
import.
Import.
You have to import.
have to.
If
Man,
you're staying
Where's
here,
a good place to import from? Just throwing it out there.
Well, to be
Not the
honest, Not where
Midwest.
she's from.
not
I
the
mean,
Midwest.
I just got lucky. Where she's
Yeah.
from is horrible. But
Exactly.
I just got lucky. I found that diamond in the rough.
Okay, look at where we went to college at. Look at Frankfurt. And I know Aaron's in there, and Aaron can attest to this, Pistol Pooh. Frankfurt, there wasn't shit to do except drugs and fuck. Everybody down, every chick down there they all fucked each other. The guys, the girls, they get together. Some of the girls get together and fuck each other. That's all they did down there. And they treated it like it was a normal thing.
Yeah.
They didn't treat it like it was awkward at all because there wasn't nothing else to do, and they knew they had nothing to choose from.
Right.
Your wife said, "Not where I'm from."
No,
Ain't
that's
important
not
nobody
true.
from where she from.
No.
Because wait, your wife? Oh yeah, because nah.
Kentucky.
Pass.
Hard
She
swipe
hates-
left.
She hates
Hard,
it there, bro.
hard swipe left.
Yeah. And them-
I wonder if it's all the racism.
Yeah,
that or the meth. I don't know.
it could be the
that
math.
probably is it.
One of
The
two.
point, get back on topic. The point I'm trying to make is marriage. Like I said, everybody thought I was gonna be an asshole. Marriage, like I said, is a beautiful thing. If you choose wisely, do your due diligence, and don't rush into that shit.
And know the person, man. That's another thing. Honesty. Honesty is the biggest key. Stop trying to fucking hide shit in your fucking marriages and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you continue to hide shit and you just that dude, you ain't never gonna be happy. Or that chick, you ain't never gonna be happy because you're always trying to hide shit. If you don't like something about a motherfucker, tell him. I don't like this about
I
you.
don't like the way you chew.
And she's told me, so I try to work on that. You know, when she's around. Now, when she ain't at home, I'm crunching like a motherfucker.
Mouth
But
open.
yeah.
Let shit fall on his
Yeah.
shirt and shit.
For real. But just be honest with somebody. If you the type of this, I'm going all the way deep. If you the type of motherfucker like sometimes I need some side ass or
Facts.
I need something the chick to look at over here or whatever your fantasy is, tell that motherfucker.
Gotta recharge that battery.
If you like, you know, wearing costumes and you ain't tell your partner and you know now you mad and angry deep down inside because you want to wear a fucking cowboy hat,
You want to dress up like a fucking school mascot? and shit?
whatever,
Or Darth Vader.
or Darth Vader, let that motherfucker know so you don't get angry inside.
Don't judge me.
Piggybacking
You know?
off that, more importantly, be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You got to be honest with yourself. If you are not the marrying type, if you know you ain't shit, if you know you every relationship you been in, you cheated and got caught,
Yeah.
just know you're not good at relationships or keeping shit
Don't
hidden.
get married.
That's not for you. I got a partner right now. He's 45. And they ask him all the time, when you gonna settle down? Why don't you? He had a really good girlfriend. Everybody thought she was the one. She was on point. And he's like, man, you know, I'm just, you know, I ain't ready to get married. And we're like, motherfucker, you 45 years old. You about to die. You closer to death than you are to life. And he was just like, I'm not ready to get married. Everybody bagged on him and gave him shit for it, but at the same time, you got to give him props because he knows I will fuck this
man.
up.
Yeah.
That's not for me. So I give him credit. Okay, you know you ain't shit.
Yeah. Another important part too, and this is my outlook, is family. Because family's such a big thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you ain't got no family or if you don't give a fuck about your family, of course that don't matter. But I had to have somebody that, you know, my family, if you come around and you just can't be around my family, you ain't gonna be in my life. I'm sorry. If you trying to do shit that's not suitable to my family, I can't be with you. You know, for me, you have to get along with my family and vice versa.
I think that's important for most people.
For most people,
Most
yeah,
people, you can't get along
exactly.
with their family, then that shit's gonna deteriorate anyway.
It-
I think in most
Exactly.
cases, not every case. I think,
But most
sometimes-
cases it will.
Sometimes people are a little bit too overbearing in other people's relationships.
Right.
It can
Right.
be that, you
Well,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying, where you don't even really know the person, but you don't like them.
Right.
Like, how you gonna not like somebody you don't even know, but
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, I mean, those are all good. I think that's all good stuff, man. Like, you know, what you were saying about, you know, your good relationship, and then what Jay is saying about being honest with the shit, man. I mean, be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe I got some thinking to do.
Soul searching?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just I don't see it.
Let me play devil's advocate for
I
a
don't
second.
see it.
Let me-
Just right now, as of right now, I
Yeah.
don't see it. Like, there's
No.
been women that I have talked to where I'm like, man, that's the kind of woman I would like to be with,
Yeah.
but I don't live anywhere near them.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
Right.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Let me say this. We're not shitting on, I'm not shitting on the single life in the least bit. Because I've been single now rocking for about 3 years. This shit ain't bad. Coming from where I come from. Because you can't put a price on peace of mind. That motherfucker, this may be a little too much information, but I sleep naked. When I wake up, I'm still naked. I get out of bed, I go piss, wash my hands, walk to the refrigerator, drink some juice directly out the carton, dick still hanging,
Guilty.
and then walk back. I might sit on my couch, asshole naked.
Not the naked part, but the juice from the thing part.
All of
Definitely.
that. I walk around that house. I do at least 10 different things because my mind constantly goes completely naked. So this single shit ain't bad. Plus, I come and go as I please. I don't have to explain. I'm damn sure not gonna ask permission, but I'm not gonna explain anything. And on top of that, I come in when I want. If I decide, okay, from a monetary aspect, if I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I can feed me for about $7 if I don't feel like cooking. I can run out and get me something to eat real quick and easy, as opposed to trying to feed an old lady plus a kid plus another kid plus another kid or whatever you got going on at home. You try to feed a family. My boy at work, he said he's got 5 kids to take him, his old lady, and the kids. They're looking at anywhere between $60 to $80 on a cheap menu to feed all 7. I'm like, shit, I feed me for about $7 and I eat well.
Right.
So it's from a monetary standpoint. Just from everything that I've said, single shit ain't the worst. It's just like you said, occasionally there are times where I'd like to have a woman. Like Three Rivers Festival. I want to go down, I want to get Saudi Bobby, I want to get the shake up, and I want to get some steak and potatoes. I can't call up my partners and be like, hey, let's go down here. And no, you going with your old lady.
I mean,
You know what
we
I'm
can
saying?
now, yeah.
I'm not worried through.
We just did that last shit. No, that
Did
was
we?
Rib Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wait, you was
that
right. It
Rib
was Rib Fest.
Okay.
But
Same
still,
thing.
it's
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess
We
I
can
could.
do that.
But it's more enjoyable
But I
to
know
do
what
it with
you're
old
saying.
lady.
I know what
Like
you're
I
saying.
take my trips. I was walking down Vegas Strip. I was like, man, it'd be nice to have a chick here with me. Just walking down the street. I'm walking down the beach and whatever the fuck I was. And I'm like, damn, I'd love to have a chick with me.
And I get what you're saying because there's times where, okay, for example, like my cruise, I'm like, damn, I would love my nigga Jay to be there.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, what's it gonna be? Me, my wife, and Jay and B. You know, I
kinda feel
love
like
Brad to
I'm
come.
gonna fuck that
I
shit
kind of
up.
feel the opposite though. Like if I'm in Vegas, I don't want a chick with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at home, I'm doing like some regular stuff. Like it would be nice to have somebody to watch. Like I was sitting there watching Tiger King, and it would be nice to be like look over and be like, "Ain't this shit crazy?"
Me and my
you know
wife-
what
I'm
I'm saying?
telling you,
Like
my wife
like
was
shit
just-
like that.
So me and my wife, like I
This shit
said,
is
we
insane.
watched like that 90 Day Fiance and My 600-Pound Life and shit.
Now, I refuse
fuck
to
shit.
support that shit.
Okay.
And look, bro, we just sit there and we be dying on motherfuckers,
I mean,
bro.
it's
Like, we're
like-
horrible people. I'm just putting it out there. Me and my wife are horrible people.
But you're horrible people together.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. I love it. You
Y'all
know what I
horrible
mean?
together.
Like we
And
watch cops, we watch shit where people fucking their lives are shit, and we just fucking feed
That's
off
just
of
that's
each
just
other.
regular people watching TV. You're always gonna want to watch somebody in a worse off situation than you. Why do you think
Yeah.
Married with Children was one of the greatest sitcoms
Right,
of all
ever.
time?
Right.
Still is.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I mean
Stands
it's
up, I
it's
think.
great. It's great.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I see both sides. I've been on both sides. So I'm like, okay, but fuck that.
Have you and this is just throwing this out there because you said something that kind of just made me go, So have you ever thought about doing a long distance relationship?
No.
And here's why I say
But
that.
that shit
already done
sucks,
that.
yo.
But how? Because you like your space.
No,
Okay,
I've already
Because
done
somebody's
that.
gonna cheat on somebody.
I've already done
And
a
how
long
every
distance relationship.
fails.
Okay.
My
Every
rela-
time.
listen, I did a
What's
long
it say?
distance relationship, and it was Listen, up until it became long distance, the relationship was cool.
Tight.
It had its issues,
Yeah.
but it was cool. Now, once it went long distance, that shit didn't make it couple months,
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
maybe.
Maybe 4.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Maybe 4.
Nah, I'm not. But like, I wouldn't expect anybody to do long distance like that. Like, it would have to be like we could be friends.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I'm
I can
talking
do
about,
long
like,
distance
even maybe,
friendships,
like,
but
nap or
do that now. But
Chicago.
No, still too
or-
far. Here's why I say it, because eventually at some point you're gonna want this person to be here. You're gonna want to come home to them, and they not.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to plan it. You just want them to be there, and in this day and age when you can a chick can order up new dick like this Postmates
Right,
or
exactly.
DoorDash, come over and she can throw the dick signal in the sky like Batman.
Right.
It's not gonna work out.
I hear you. I just thought
That
out.
shit, that
Pass.
shit don't work.
Hard swipe left.
In most cases, it don't work.
Right. I know.
Nah, run it low.
So basically, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to relocate, which is kind of my plan anyway. But
And somebody just needs to come out with AI,
you
Artificial
mean like an
intelligence.
artificial chick?
like Westworld.
You don't
Yeah, I'm not
fuck a
fucking
robot.
with that either.
Nah.
Next thing I know,
You can program it how you want it.
next
At
thing
least
I
you know the
this
bitch ain't
thing-
got diseases and
this
shit.
bitch thing can catch a
Clean.
computer virus
Yeah,
and
shit.
rip your dick off.
Ew.
That would suck.
I on this one left.
I'm just saying that's the type of thing I think about when I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Got your body short and curlies.
If you could program it not to talk much, I might go for it.
That's what you
Well, I'm sure you can program her to do
all.
all types of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
If it's an
I might
AI,
have to
you
go
just tell
for
it what
that.
to do. But I
just
am
watching
I am
Westworld right
interested
now,
in
so.
what my partner thinks, though. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right, of course.
I don't want an automaton. I am into like I want her to have goals and do
Yeah.
what she wants to do in life, and
Yeah, all
we can
that.
share that
It's
shit together.
it's
you
so
know what
much
I'm saying?
fun
I'm not
watching
a-
my. It's so much
I'm
fun
a
watching my wife
monster.
do her. She's selling shit out left and right, man, and
Hustling.
she's getting. It's so exciting, bro.
To see her build
See
and
her
grow.
build up,
See her
man.
shine,
and it's
man.
not even that
Shit.
the joy it brings her.
Right, that's
You
what
know
I'm
what I
saying. She shot. You know,
Like, what the fuck you
watch
got
your
to
lady
say?
shine.
I was just gonna. I'm proud. I'm happy for you. I dig
You
it.
just had that smile.
That devilish look, because I was gonna say she gonna leave you for the pool boy who's got a 6-pack and that motherfucker work out every day. Soon as her shit take off, she gonna trade you in for the pool boy named Javier. Fuck you. And I hope she's still in the chat room, because if she is, I'll just play.
Yeah, man, you know.
She's a dedicated.
I think there's
woman.
good and bad to all. I mean, in your situations, there's definitely a lot of good, and then
Yeah.
like in my
Yeah.
situation, there's definitely a lot of good. And,
Right. I
it's
think
just
it's just
a
where
matter
you're
of
at.
not. What it is not succumbing to society's expectations. Like society expects you to get married.
Right.
I don't care what society
Yeah.
thinks.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
No, I hear you.
even like purely from a mathematical standpoint, like I was doing this Zoom thing today where I realized in order for me to retire comfortably, I'm going to have to save somewhere in the neighborhood of $1.5 million
Before the age of
65.
good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Now, if I'm married, that's double, right?
That's
Hopefully
true.
they got a retirement account.
That's true.
she Crystal said, "Oh hell no."
She didn't. She didn't. She just said, "Oh hell no." She didn't say what. Oh hell no too. She didn't say no. I'm not gonna leave him for the
My wife is
Javier.
a loyal one. Yeah.
That's only
I
because
don't
she's
know,
scared
maybe,
you're gonna
you
try
know,
to.
I feel like with a
hire
little bit of,
hitman.
I feel like with a little bit of help here, like as far as like the show is concerned, it's not impossible. It's not impossible
What's that?
to save that much money to retire.
Oh no.
You know, who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? You could meet somebody tonight. You know, that could be that
It
shit.
changed your life,
She
bro.
they just moved here from
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Idaho
that's it.
or
Yeah.
fucking Phoenix or some shit like that. I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah, she could change your life.
Change the whole thing.
A
change the
hoe
whole
in
game.
Phoenix is still a hoe in Indiana. It
but
don't
you
matter
don't
where
know
you
she's a
pass
hoe,
the
She gotta be
picture.
a hoe. Not everyone
If
was
that
a
bitch
hoe.
moved from Phoenix to Indiana, chances are she was getting
You
ran
say
through
Phoenix,
and dug out.
Indiana?
Anywhere.
Phoenix to Indiana.
These hoes who relocate, all the old hoes
I
back in the
didn't- I
day
didn't-
ran from the north down to Atlanta and to Texas. And all them hoes ran up north. Why? Because they was getting dug out and passed around down there, and they wanted a fresh
What if it
start,
was a-
so they
what
moved
if
cross
What
country.
if she got a promotion and had to move here for work?
Few and far between.
Just saying.
But you're not saying it's impossible.
So to close this out, are you pro marriage or pro single life? What's the verdict?
uh,
I would say pro moment for you guys.
I mean,
You know, I'm pro marriage.
I'm not against marriage. I'm against being married to. I'm of the mind of if I marry you, I'm not divorcing you. We're gonna
Yeah,
work this
we're gonna
shit
work it out.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Work it out.
Especially if there's some kids in the mix. There's some kids in the mix, bitch. You stuck with me
Yeah,
forever.
Well, at least 18 years. The
Or-
day that kid leaves for college, you can leave right behind him.
I mean, either way, but I'm not against it. I'll say that I'm not against it. I mean, I hope to get as fortunate as this guy. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. But you know what they say about hope.
It's hard.
2 hands.
Right.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah, I mean, I get. Look, I'm happily married, man, and I wouldn't change anything, you know. But I get where you guys are coming from. It's hard to find that one person, and fuck, man.
And preferably, I'd like to marry a
it's-
girl who hasn't had sex with one of my friends.
Yeah.
In this city, good luck.
I just meant in general.
I mean, it's just. I don't know. I feel for y'all, man. Like I said, but you know, I'm pro marriage, and I think everybody should have that special someone. You know, it just makes life better. Sometimes it makes it hard, but if you got that right one, and you be able to work on that and fix that, and so that hard times are only coming for a second. But yeah,
Okay. Well, I say one note. If you're just one of those people who's just absolutely dead set on getting married, I would say one, know yourself. Know who you are. Know as much as you can about you. 2, I would say get your weight up. Get your money right. Get your career established. Do everything that you want to do. Travel, slay these hoes, whatever it is, skydive, zip line, whatever. Get everything you want to do out of your system. And get it out early. And get all that shit done. And then, after all that, if you meet a woman, do your due diligence. You should date her for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Minimum. Maybe even 3.
yeah, I agree.
How you guys feel about spying on her?
No.
If you have
If you have
suspicion,
to spy, then you don't need to be together.
no, I say if you have suspicion, you are absolutely in the right. Because the last thing you want to do is find out some shit later. So get
But
your
what I'm
spy
saying-
game
What
on.
I'm saying is, if you're in a relationship and you feel that you have to spy, then that relationship ain't going the way you.
I don't believe that.
What do you mean? You should be able to. If you can't trust your other half,
That's dumb as fuck. And I'll tell you why after you
trust
finish.
your other half, then you shouldn't be
I'm
together.
talking about before you get married.
Oh, before?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, when you're first getting to know them, then hell
exactly.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's fine.
Will you please read the chat room and then I'm gonna go in. In the chat room, Mrs. Rock says your wine drunk wife wants cheeseburgers. Wrap it up. Okay.
I got you, babe.
Well, we're gonna make this last point. I say to your
Just so you know, we was almost done anyway.
yeah, facts. Not because you said so,
Right.
simply because we were
was-
finishing
yeah,
up.
we were almost done.
My
anyway.
misogyny won't allow me to let you.
Acknowledge the fact that you could end this show from your couch.
Yes, yeah. We will drag this shit out for another 45 minutes.
Another hour,
We
y'all.
gonna do
We're gonna
another
celebrate. We're
45
gonna
minutes.
celebrate Pooh's birthday
Birthday.
right now.
Shots, motherfucker.
Happy birthday,
Shots.
Them two will be
motherfucker,
going for
Happy
another
birthday,
hour.
motherfucker. You. Happy
I will
birthday,
not.
motherfucker.
You gonna leave?
Happy
You
birthday,
gonna
fuck
leave?
you.
If you
Yeah, he
leave,
gonna
you go.
leave.
You leave. You go
It's
back
either-
to the guest
it's
couch.
Either leave or get that evil eye when you get to the crib.
Let's not fucking put the emoji up. If you leave, you go back to the guest couch. Now you choose. What you want to do?
I will go back to the guest couch
This
because my
motherfucker.
couch is worse.
Yeah. He's got a whole life he got to live. This show is an hour at a time.
A couple times a week.
Right. You know
Fuck
what I'm saying? This show
Don't
is
let her shit
an
touch
hour,
shit.
bro.
You wear the pants in this shit. You run this.
Don't
Yeah,
let
I mean,
JL get
look,
you
bro,
fucked up.
Nigga.
Shit.
She said, I'm
And
just
I want
DoorDash.
cheeseburgers.
He said, I just doing
You
that. See?
said-
Problem
Problem
solved.
solved. See, that's compromise. That's compromise, young lady.
That's
I
how
respect
relationships
that.
are
Wait a
supposed to
minute,
work.
don't
Give
nigga,
and take.
I want cheeseburgers.
Go tell her to order you some cheeseburgers.
DoorDash you some cheeseburgers by the time
Nigga.
you get there.
Just
They'll
saying.
be nice and
Now.
room temperature.
As far as real quick, so we can wrap this up, so somebody can go home and make their wife cheeseburgers and fucking apron and serve it to her dressed as the pool boy. I totally agree. As far as spying on your old lady, I absolutely consent to that. Here's why: because if you have suspicion or doubt, the last thing you want to do is make a rash decision without confirmation.
You know what I'm saying?
Whether it goes either way, that means if you think she's doing something, you need to vet this shit properly and be like, okay, if she's not doing nothing, great, you're good, you're golden, and you can move forward. If you find out she is doing something, you can save yourself headache, time, money, and possibly your life. No, fuck that, your life.
Right. Right.
possibly your life from doing a little bit of research. So I absolutely support spy on the motherfucker.
Because G.I. Joe told me that knowing
It's half the
Half the
battle.
battle.
And we got to end on that one. That's it
That
right
was
there.
perfect.
That's perfect. Say goodbye, motherfucker. Pistol Pooh, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
everybody.
pre-birthday, Miss Rock.